Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Friday, June 24th, 2022. I'm Donna Wilkinson-Keynes. Expectant mothers and new mothers on the island of Nevis will now be able to benefit from a maternity guide launched on Friday, June 24th. The booklet, which is the first of its kind launched on the island, was produced by the Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs through its Community Health and Nursing Services and the Alexandria Hospital's maternity ward. Its purpose is to assist in the maternity process by providing antenatal and perinatal guidelines that should be adopted by mothers. Assistant matron at the Alexandria Hospital, Daima Golding, spoke on the influence behind the creation of the booklet, as well as some of the vital information it includes.
When we created the maternity guidebook, we had a goal in mind, and that is to promote and maintain the physical, mental, and social health of mother and baby, and to better manage complications during pregnancy. The importance of good antenatal care cannot be overemphasized. This book entails a variety of information which will be very beneficial to mother and baby. In the books from chapter 9, from chapters 10 to chapter 16, it will give you information on booking, signs of labor, breastfeeding, postpartum depression, the first days with your baby, discharge plan, and Chapter 16 will give you the care of baby and safety at home.
She also outlined the various ways persons can access the booklet.
This book has all complete and up-to-date information, and it's available at all primary care services, such as the different various health centers. It also will be available at the OBGYN offices, and it will be available at Alexandria Hospital at the maternity ward. All expectant mothers would be given a copy of this book, and it's free of charge at their first antenatal visit. All in all, this book brings together everything a new mom needs to know about pregnancy and the care of her newborn.
Declaring the launch of the maternity guide, Junior Minister of Health and Gender Affairs, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, congratulated the parties involved in making the publication a success.
I believe that pregnancy was never designed as a path for anyone to take on alone. And so I am extremely proud today of this undertaking. The Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs, through its health centers and the maternity ward, is offering a hand. They're offering a companion. They're offering some guidance to women who are on their pregnancy path. The vision and rationale behind providing a maternity guide must be applauded. Put your hands together for the team who conceptualized this idea and who saw it through to fruition. I want to, from this rostrum, congratulate you highly for a job well done.
The launch also saw copies of the booklet being presented to antenatal clients of the Brown Hill Health Center, Gingerland Health Center, and Charlestown Health Center. According to Coordinator of Community Health Services, Deslyn Tyson-White, an electronic copy of the booklet will be available on the Nevis Island Administration's website, niagov.kn. Copies of the maternity guide will also be made available in Spanish. The Culturama Street Parade is scheduled for Tuesday, August the 2nd, and a number of troops are gearing up to present their cultural display of folklore and fun. One such troupe is Sugar Plum Mass, owned by Teresa Herbert.
The theme for this year's presentation is Culture Reimagined. We have two sections, one being Masquerade Minx, and the other is Culture Couture. I would like to invite persons who've never played Mass before to come out and enjoy the experience at least once. And of course, I'm also encouraging my past revelers to join me again this year as we take over the streets of Charlestown on Tuesday, August 2nd.
Herbert is encouraging persons to register for her Culturama troupe. She spoke about the cost of the packages as well as what they entail.
Costume prices range from $400 to $675. We have options for persons who would prefer to have no feathers and be as free as possible. as well as for those persons who want to be as extra as possible and have all the feathers. Packages include unlimited alcohol and food, starting from 12 noon until. They also include a water bottle, a bag. Our entertainment lineup this year includes DJ Tero, DJ Dangles, and New Level Sounds. Culturama is a celebration of us. It's a celebration of who we are as a people, where we've come from, where we're going. So I invite persons to come out and celebrate in any form that they see fit, even if it's not in the street parade, you know, the food fairs, the other fetes. So join us as we fete and celebrate Nevis Culturama 48.
For more information and how to register for the Sugar Plum Mass Troupe, visit the Sugar Plum Mass Facebook page. Still to come,
people don't tell you what to expect because there's nowhere for you to get this kind of information locally.
we'll give you the details after this break.
Culturama 48.
We outside again, we jamming again. Run tell your friend it's Culturama again. We outside again, we betting again. Run tell your friend it's Culturama again. Bet and celebrate, bet and celebrate. Culturama 48, bet and celebrate, bet and celebrate. Culturama 48.
Welcome back, the greatest summer life. Guaranteed you'll have the greatest time. Making memories, happy to be alive. Celebration in the island sun.
Bet and celebrate, bet and celebrate. Culturama 48.
Bet and celebrate, bet and celebrate.
Culturama 48.
Welcome back. Jehan Williams, author of the book Lifting the Weight of Miscarriage, is calling on the public health sector to offer more support to families who are impacted by pregnancy loss. Williams, who herself has been impacted by miscarriage, was a member of a panel who recently addressed the issues of miscarriage and infertility in a bid to sensitize the community and garner more support.
This one is what I wish was present. This one is straight at the heart of the public health institutions. I wish that I knew more about pregnancy loss. I didn't know anything about pregnancy loss before I got pregnant. It feels like it's like this type of information that you're only able to access until it happens to you. But there's emphasis on pregnancy, and I've seen, especially here in Nevis, I know there's work being done about like a pregnancy manual and things that mothers who are expectant mothers should know. But nobody tells you about pregnancy loss. People don't tell you what to expect afterwards because there's nowhere for you to get this kind of information locally. So I think that's something that we need to work on.
Williams also described the emotional impact of her loss and shared how she learned to cope.
I enlisted the help of a counselor very early who walked me through what I was feeling, and I really credit her for why she saved me. I cannot. I think that was the beginning of a healing process for me. Speaking with a professional. If you want to talk to somebody and you feel like maybe your family or your friends are not as supportive, there are professionals who know and are trained to help you. And I could tell you that is by far the biggest help that I got in terms of healing.
Also on the panel were obstetrician Dr. William Stones, Stevie Byron of the Department of Social Services Counseling Unit, and Dillian Bartlett, who also shared her story. This entire conversation on lifting the weight of miscarriage and infertility in Nevis can be viewed via the Nevis Newscast YouTube channel. Child Month 2022 activities continued on Thursday, June 23rd with an activity dubbed Meet the Education Officials and Fun Day at the Malcolm Gishard Recreational Park. Florence Smith, an education officer responsible for early childhood development, spoke about the day's activity.
The children in the first group are here already. They are engaged in several activities. As you see, we have several stations set up. We started with the reading station where we had 4 readers. We had the education officer, Miss Zanella Claxton. We had the PS, the permanent secretary, Mr. Barrett. And we also had 2 educational officers engaged in reading stories to the children. The children are moving from station to stations. So we have a ring toss station over there. We have the playground. We also have the bouncing castle. This is the children in the back here. And we also have a gift section where the children has to choose a duck. And if they find a duck with a number, they get a present. And then they have snacks that are here.
The children were divided into 3 groups according to Smithen, as a total of 322 students participated in the fun day. The next activity for Child Month will be the Prince and Princess Pageant. It will take place at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, June 29th at the Nevis Performing Arts Center. The final activity for Child Month 2022 will be Recycle Day on June 30th. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes on behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information. Thank you for viewing.